the gardener and I am exhausted. Oh my gosh. I have been so busy. I've been doing a bit of boom and bust gardening because we've had, well, the boffins have said that there was going to be rain showers. And so we worked really hard to, while the garden was dry, to get everything done, and then the rain didn't come. It's like, So working hard, then resting to recover from the working hard, and then working hard again because they say there's going to be another rainfall this weekend, but I'm choosing to ignore it. It won't happen. Probably will now. But I really wanted to show you what I have been up to because I can show you the garden in its entirety. I think I'm almost there. It's a really good thing. I'm going to come up here. Ooh. Hello. Are you joining us? Right, we're going to go and show them the garden. You going to come with us? Right, me. She'll probably stay here. Oh, you like the swing seat, don't you? Yes, you do. Right, let's go look at the garden. Come on. Right. Oh. So firstly, I can unequivocally say sheep fencing is for sheep. So I went back to the green netting, but what I did is I cable tied bamboo across the top. We've still got rebar here holding it together, cable ties, and then the waratahs for extra support. And so the gherkins as displayed by my little sidekick, are going to clamber their way up there. So that's yeah, that was a failed effort, but we learned and we moved on. There's my old mate Nev mowing the lawn. Love him to bits. He does such a great job. Anyway, distraction. He's so cute. Where is he? We love him. Okay, distraction. So this is the herb garden, and what I've done is I've planted my basil and my coriander and dill. It doesn't look so great just there, but we've got thyme, savoury, chives, lemon balm, oregano over the back, and rosemary. Don't forget the rosemary. So it's doing alright. It's going to be fabulous. Next we have the leafy greens. You better not be doing what I think you're doing in there, buddy boy. Get off my celeriac. Oh, Fennel, get off my celeriac. So there's my rainbow beets in a range of cool colours. You're just trying to be cute, aren't you? And then I've got spinach and tatsoi, which is an Asian green at the back. Celeriac and celery. Right, and of course we just looked at the gherkins. That's a loofah. Still going to plant a melon. It's not quite warm enough to bring them out of the greenhouse yet. And then I've got cucumbers and a space in the middle there for a succession planted cucumber, because they normally get hit by powdery mildew midsummer and slow down. So I figured if I start a new one, we should be fine. The garlic has had rust, but I've been giving it regular haircuts. Oh, it's coming back. Need to do something there. And chopping it back, feeding it, spraying it, trying to stay on top of it. But it's a bit of a mission, but the stalks are, I mean, especially look at that one. They're a good size. So I'm hoping for something under there. It's just been such an extraordinarily damp season. The rhubarb still desperately needs help. And the artichokes seem to have bounced back from their wet winter and given us orbs of deliciousness. Yay! I need to pull these out. The celery is starting to go to seed, and I've been feeding these to the chickens. They love them. So, and then the corn can go in there. Over the back we have strawberries, lots and lots of strawberries. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yum. Oh. That is magnificent. Excuse me while I eat my strawberry. Alright. Strawberries. Yum. 1, 2, 3. Now, the asparagus is coming back, but I'm sort of more inclined to just leave them and let them recover rather than trying to just take from them, because they are a bit on the thin side and it was quite a harsh winter for them. So next year they'll be even better. Onions, 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 onions. Now some of them have started bending over. These are Hunter River White and they're an early variety, so being ready now in November is not a unusual thing. So we shall have those. They will be fabulous. The tomatoes are in. So we have flowers, which is exciting. And the tomatoes start in A with Artisan Blush and go all the way through the alphabet down there and along here. And end with this one, which is Zapote. So I'm growing tomatoes from A to Z. It's my mate Neville again. He's such a delight. So finally we have success with the peas. Once again, same bamboo top on a rebar and a waratah. And the peas are beginning to climb the frame, so that's great. There is a second sowing of the same thing because the strike rate was really miserable. But on the other side we have these ones, the novellas, and they are ripe. Look at that. Look at that. They're also really good too. Oh, so sweet. Oh no, I dropped one. Excuse me while I chomp down on peas. So the fennel is mostly done because I left it too long. So it's a bit woody. So, but I'm keeping it to grow it for the seeds and flowers. But I have planted some other fennel in here, and the beetroot is done. Looks really good. Carrots, meh, not so much. I think I'm going to need to sow another row. Spuds are looking good. And this is where I'm going to plant my beans. I do have beans in here. These are the Huey broad beans with their beautiful red flowers. Can't wait to try them. Not that I like broad beans all that much. And this is my zucchini. I'm going to grow it up a pole. So I'm going to have to tie it into it because it's not its natural habitat. This is a very sturdy pole. It's actually a broom handle. The broom handles were cheaper and longer than the garden stakes. So, gotta do what you gotta do. And then I have butternut squash. Now I saw some, I think it might have been one of our lovely YouTube friends. It might have been Nigel, I'm not sure, over at Muddy Boots. But somebody I saw suggested popping a sunflower in beside your pumpkins so that you know where to water it and feed it and things, which I thought was a magnificent idea. And so I've borrowed it. So whoever that was, thank you for sharing your genius. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more zucchini. This one's a yellow one. The one down the other end is a green one. This is the Brassicas. These ones are planted quite densely because they're kohlrabi. And you can almost see they're starting to shape up. But the cabbage, cauliflower and broccoli romanesco have got a bit more space. I've got kale there, 2 kinds of kale, red Russian and an edible one. You can see the birds have been having a few nips. Odds and sods. So this is popcorn, and it's nicely head started so that it doesn't cross with my sweet corn, which hasn't even had its bed ready yet. This is where I'll put my okra, and I have an eggplant, other onions. This is like my shallots. I've got 2 kinds of shallots. I've got these ones here that was a bulb, and these ones were grown from seed. So they've still got a bit of a way to go, and they got hit by downy mildew, but I've sprayed them and they've bounced back, but they did take a hit. And my red onions, which were quite hit and miss really, because the poo geckos kept pulling them out constantly, but you know, they're happening. So the elephant garlic's not doing so well, and there's space for leeks, and I think I waited too long because my spring onions have gone to seed. We're getting red currants. Well, they're starting to ripen up, but the plant looks a bit sickly. It's because it's been so wet, I think. Black currants look like they might be a bumper harvest. They didn't seem to mind so much the wetness. So it's always good to see. This is my Boysenberry. He just looks so cool, like a jewel. Don't tell anyone I'm eating them yet. I'm not 100% sure I actually like the flavour. So, I'll just have to keep trying them. Oh, there's one through there. I think maybe it needs a little bit longer. Maybe they need to be really dark. Oh yeah, they need longer. They're sour. Oh! Right. Oh, I need to show you this. Look at this. Blueberries. Have you ever seen so many gorgeous blueberries? I've been mulching it with peat moss from a sustainable source and the Christmas tree. And it just works really well. They must really like it because that is a fabulous harvest and I can't wait to gobble them up. There seems to be a bit of fruit on my chili and guava, which is, well, the makings of. So that's good. I thought my red gooseberry was dead, but no. And I have the tiniest little gooseberry. Hello, little gooseberry. So, yay. It's technically still a harvest if I get to eat it. Right. I forgot to sow Cape gooseberry seeds, so I'm kind of hoping they'll self-seed in there because they are rather lovely. Okay, this one is interesting. This is in the wettest corner of the garden, and it's taken so long for it to dry out. So what I've done is there's something that's rather naughty, and I probably shouldn't tell people how to do this because it's not technically legit. But what I did under there is I just mowed as close as I could get, scattered down some blood and bone and some dynamic lifter, which is a great pelletized product, and then I put the cardboard down, put these things, staples, landscape staples, but what I've done is I've tied brightly coloured purple string to it because over the course of the season I want to know where they've gone, you know, so when I pull them up I'll know where they are. Well, that's the theory. And then what I'll do, I'll pop in the irrigation through the cardboard, and then hello you. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll cut a hole in the cardboard, chuck some compost in the hole in the ground, mix it all up, and then plant my pumpkins into that. That way my pumpkins will, they'll be mulched. What are you eating? I hope it's not disgusting. So that way they'll be mulched with the cardboard, because they're they're difficult to weed around. And then they'll be, and I won't need to dig out all the weeds. Cheating. It is cheating. I'll take it. It's a cheat. Right. We have the little cows from next door watching us. Hello, would you like to be on YouTube? Say hello. Moo. They are absolutely fascinated in what we're doing. They love to watch. So that's the baby cows next door. I am bereft of flowers. There are no flowers. I need to plant flowers. The plans I had for these gardens have been a little stymied, so they're a work in progress. I'm thinking I might fill them with sunflowers. How cool will that look? And then there is the salads. Finally they're in. Grow little salad, please, because I want to eat you. Okay, so, but they're looking really good. Put them in yesterday, they've perked right up. The bunting is doing a marvellous job of keeping the birds away. They're not even stealing the strawberries. I'm not sure the effect of it is that far reaching, but we will notice the colours have faded. Look, there's the yellow, and that one's supposed to be red. Our UV light is very strong here. Right. I even made some hanging baskets for around the house. They need to be hung. So now they're just actually baskets. Right. Alright, we're in the greenhouse now. There's still some odds and sods. There's the melons there. There's still, I don't want to put them out yet. It's still too cold. And so there's the corn seedlings, staring longingly at the bed that they're going to go in once I kick those guys out. Soon, my babies. These are the peppers. Obviously they don't have a home yet, but I'm doing really well keeping them in big containers so that they'll still continue to do well even though they're not in the ground. And then on this side I have harvested my wheat. So there's quite a lot of it. There's under here as well. But the thing is, I mean, okay, so it's so close to being actual wheat. Actually, no, there's actually nothing there yet. But if I'd left it longer, I could have legitimately had wheat because there's loads of it. But what I do is I grow it for the straw, dry it in here, and then I have been like an idiot because I don't imagine too many people cut up their own straw mulch for their strawberries. But so I've got a bit to do. Crazy woman, yes. But yeah, but the strawberries are just gonna love it. So that's my job. I do it in fits and bursts because, well, there's a lot to do. There's still a few plants here in the staging area that may need new homes, but we'll figure it out. So that's my garden in its entirety. I think I might almost be summer ready. It's taken a lot of effort to get this far, but I'm hoping it's going to be a fabulous summer because the spring's not been up to much chop, but the garden's ready for it. I'm ready for it. Summer, here we come. Shed my jumper and my long jeans and my gumboots, and we will have a long hot summer because we're owed it. So come again soon. We are so close. It's amazing. There's going to be lots of things to eat and things to harvest, things to pickle, things to make wine with, things to enjoy. So make sure you do come again, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye. Oh, it's weary body. Oh.